to Peter Synthetics. That's right, I'm your host Brian, and today we are going to be doing a power steering fluid change. We're going to be changing the power steering fluid out today with this AMSOIL multi-vehicle synthetic power steering fluid. One of the best in the business, if not the best in the business. And right down here is the power steering pump. Let's see if we can come around there. Yep, that's the cap right there. Right below that is the power steering pump. So if you've got a truck like this or similar to this, you can do it yourself. Yes, that's right. You can change out the power steering fluid and you can do a lot of things, yourself. Keeps the pump working at optimal levels and it kind of acts as a hydraulic fluid. That's the nature of power steering fluid. And AMSOIL is going to be your best bet for the best protection that you've got. So I want to see how this works in my power steering pump today. So here we go. All right, really quick, I wanted to show you guys something about my truck. In fact, I heard this and noticed this a little while ago. It's making a noise, so go ahead and let's give it a start. Let's go ahead and crank it. And when we turn the wheel, I don't know if you can hear that. As my buddy turns the wheel back and forth, you can hear like a whine, a noise. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take this power steering pump cap off. Here we go. And let's turn it. And whoa. All right, there we go. Got it out. We're going to set that aside. And we're going to put that down in there as far as we can get it. All right, here we go. We're going to go ahead and start pumping now. And we're going to see if we can get some of this stuff out of here. Okay. And oh, there it goes. It's starting to go in there. Hang on. Boy, you can hear that stuff coming out now. Can get this to go down there any further. Let's see if all righty, there's the old fluid. Boy. Stuff is dirty. Look at that. Look how brown that is. All the contaminants in there. It really smells really old. Pretty easy to get off. Look at that. Came right off. I just had to grab the tab. So here we go with our AMSOIL power steering fluid. And look at that liquid yellow. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. Put our cap back on. We overfilled it just slightly because we're going to pump a little bit more out. There we go. But first we're going to crank it up and we're going to put the wheel. Turn the wheel left and right. A little quieter. So we're going to take the cap off again here in just a second. We're going to see if we can add some more or pump some more. All right, here we go. We're going to start pumping now. All right. All right. Some of this fluid is contaminated. AMSOIL right here. This is our second bottle because we filled it up to get some more of the contaminants out. This is the multi-vehicle synthetic power steering fluid. Now, if you're new to the channel, one of the things that you could do is like and subscribe. We would really appreciate that. You can also, check out the description. We've got lots of links where you could become a preferred customer of AMSOIL if you're interested. I hope you are after watching this video, because this is the best power steering fluid. We have the best motor oil. It's really, really great stuff. And now we're going to start pouring the AMSOIL power steering fluid into our power steering pump. Look at that liquid gold, or liquid amber. Good stuff. Now, we overfilled just a second ago. And I think we got just the perfect amount in there. We're turning the wheel left and right. And I don't know if you can hear that, but I don't really hear that sound anymore. There's a little bit of it. It is an older power steering pump. All right, go ahead and just straighten it out. All right, so I don't hear that sound anymore. So I would call that a successful power steering fluid exchange. That's right, we changed it out, bad boy. And one thing we always do here at the channel, go ahead, is we always recycle. So we've got one of our old coolant jugs, and we're pouring that in there. Go ahead. And we're going to take that down to our local store. I can't see when you do that way. There we go. All right. So we always take this and we go and recycle it down at the local O'Reilly's or Napa or whoever takes it locally for us. So there you go. And now we're going to go ahead and take a little drive, and we're going to see how this thing turns and get kind of my first reactions. Wow. Yeah, this thing actually does steer a little bit better. It's not as hard to steer. It really is not as hard to steer. Now, I've got the wheel turned all the way to the right, and if you'll film out there and see if you can hear that high-pitched whine, because I was hearing it right out of my pump. I know the pump's on the other side. I went into neutral. I accidentally put my thing in neutral. So turn the wheel, and you can hear it from inside the cab. And of course, we're in my 06 Chevrolet Silverado. It's got about 140,000-ish miles. I'd have to look down and see, but this actually does turn quite a bit, so I'm pretty impressed with the results. So there we go. It really turns different. It's easier to turn, and we don't hear that high-pitched whine. And there was a little bit of a squeal that you hear. It was like when you turn it. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. It's like a power steering. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, and I don't hear that noise hardly anymore. Well, all right. We've got the power steering fluid exchange. Got it all changed out. We've got some of this old fluid out of there, and we've got the new fluid in there, that great synthetic multi-vehicle power steering fluid, again, for use in multiple vehicles. And if you want to see the entire spec list, I'm going to have a spec list for you where you can click on that spec list and either watch a video for that, or you'll be able to go directly to a website that gives you that link so that you can view the exact specs for this particular fluid. So we thank you very much, and we really appreciate you joining Peter Synthetics, and we'll see you next time. Just go to our website. It's right down here at the bottom, okay? So just go right down there, click on the description. We've got our link right in there. I'm the independent AMSOIL dealer. So remember, with Peter Synthetic Protection, we go deep.